from them.
And as I mentioned, it's a very big sporting day here on Channel 7 with World of Sport coming up at 11 o'clock. Sandy Roberts will be along and he'll have all the news, and we'll have a complete wrap-up of yesterday's racing at Caulfield. And, of course, a preview of the big day next week. What a day it's going to be at Moonee Valley, WS Cox Plate Day. And we'll see the clash of Bone Crusher and Waverley Star in the big race. Of course, they're only two of the great runners in what is certain to be a marvellous race at Moonee Valley next Saturday. Get along if you can. If not, you'll be able to see all the action, of course, here on 7. And then we have highlights of the Courage Cup at 2 o'clock this afternoon, and that'll lead us up to 3 for the second test between Australia and Ireland, live from VFL Park. Get along if you can. It's a big family day out there with the entertainment starting at 1 o'clock. And, of course, the big match itself gets underway around about 3. And if you can't make it out there, well, hope you can join us here on 7 this afternoon, where we'll have a big coverage, and hopefully Australia may be able to wrap up the Test series with a victory this afternoon. But the Irish, I'm certain, will be keen to do very well. Well, harness racing last night at Moonee Valley. It was A.G. Hunter Memorial Night, and a big program there of 9 events. The first race on the card was the 7 o'clock stakes, and the favourite was Vance Glen at 11 to 8 on.
Vance Glen over 4 metres in front and going comfortably. Shy Types under pressure. Channel Thunder back on the rail gets to second. Lightning 2 out, 3 wide, making ground, being hard driven though and inclined to hang. In behind them, Henry Bruce, followed by Times for an out and Dark Dreamer and Arco Bellino. But Vance Glen straightens up 5 metres in front of Channel Thunder. Lightning 2, then Henry Bruce, followed by Times for an out. Vance Glen at the 120 though, he's 6 metres in front. Trying hard, Lightning 2 on the outside with Channel Thunder. Henry Bruce on the rail, but Vance Glen far too good. Vance Glen scores by 4 metres. Lightning 2 has run second. Tight for third placing, maybe Channel Thunder just in front of Henry Bruce.
And the first favourite home, Vance Glen, 11 to 8 on. Lightning 2 second at 9 to 2 with Channel Thunder in third placing at 12 to 1. Race 2 on the card, and the favourite here, Majestic Jester, at 5 to 4.
They're all set for start, they're racing. Oh, it's not like her, Hilarious Tune. She's out the back and she's breaking. Ripperlight's away quickly, looking for the lead. Bobby's Pet out wide, going forward. Finds some more. Artlamore restrained. Amana racing 3 deep. In behind them came Majestic Jester, followed by Craig's Pride. 6 metres away, Hilarious Gift, and out the back and breaking altogether, Hilarious Tune. Along the back, and Ripperlight found the lead from Bobby's Pet on the outside. A metre back on the fence, Artlamond, and racing 3 deep. Amana going forward. Finds some more, gets to 5th in the running line early. Craig's Pride the fence, followed by Majestic Jester. Then Hilarious Gift, as Amana the outsiders taking on Ripperlight at the 1350 and tailed off Hilarious Tune. Working off the back on the first circuit, Amana crosses and leads Ripperlight by 6 metres. Still racing third and still without cover, Bobby's Pet. Finds some more, 1 out with the early trail. Artlamon back on the fence, followed by Craig's Pride. Majestic Jester, 3 back on the outside. He'll be suited by this fast early speed. 6 metres away, Hilarious Gift, and tailed off Hilarious Tune. 1,000 to go at the top of the straight, and Amana clear. She's running along in front by 6 metres to Ripperlight. A metre the outside, Bobby's Pet. He's worked in the run. Every chance for Find Some More, being trailed up by Majestic Jester. Artlamon 3 back on the fence. 4 metres away, Craig's Pride. Last is Hilarious Gift, and tailed off Hilarious Tune, now being pulled up. Out of the straight the final time, and Amana bolted away at the 750. Found 10 metres on Ripperlight. Bobby's Pet on the outside. Then Find Some More, followed by Artlamond. Majestic Jester second last, and spotting Amana 15 metres along the back. Amana now coming back to the field. Craig's Pride the inside, and Hilarious Gift is last. Majestic Jester goes to the outside, 3 wide along the back. He's on the back of Find Some More at the 450. Amana flat, quickly tackled by Find Some More on the outside. Bobby's Pet's under a lot of pressure. Majestic Jester starting a wind up on the outside. He's coming out after Find Some More quickly. Artlamon pulls to the outside. Then Hilarious Gift dropping out Ripperlight, followed by Craig's Pride. Majestic Jester on the outside, straight up to Find Some More. He's going like a winner, Majestic Jester on the turn. At the 220, he found 2 metres to Find Some More. 10 metres away, Amana, followed by Artlamon. Hilarious Gift on the outside. But Majestic Jester, suited by the hectic early speed, he's drawing away. Hasn't got a sprint, 1 pace, and he's coming away from Find Some More. Hilarious Gift into third placing, but Majestic Jester scores easily by 5 metres to Find Some More. 6 metres away, third was Hilarious Gift. Artlamon fourth, then Amana, followed by Bobby's Pet Ripperlight. Last in was Craig's Pride, and Hilarious Tune was pulled up at the 1,000.
2 out of 2 for the punters. Majestic Jester 5 to 4 favourite. Find Some More 5 to 1, and Hilarious Gift at 50 to 1 in the second. In race number 3 on the program, It was the 2,380 metre stakes, and the favourite here was Servance at 2 to 1.
Green light on there racing, and Joe Louis and Acacia Lad have gone away quickly with Servance out wide looking for the lead. Easing Smiley Lad, Crafty lead midfield, Moonee the outside, Adam Bray back on the fence as leading Joe Louis early from on the outside, Servance and Acacia Lad. Caught 3 wide there as Moonee, and the last pair are Hokum, 1 off the fence and up on the outside of Smiley Lad. Around the turn, in front and 4 metres clear down the straight the first time, Joe Louis. From on the outside, Moonee gets to a clear second. Acacia Lad now racing third, and Servance is 1 out with the trail. Back on the fence came Adam Bray. Crafty lead 3 back on the outside. Hokum second last, and 4 metres away Smiley Lad. 2 circuits out. Joe Louis in front by 4 metres to Acacia Lad. Moonee racing third without cover, and 2 metres away fourth is Adam Bray. Servance with a perfect trail, 1 out. 5 metres away Crafty Lee. She's inclined to pull. Second last Hokum, and 4 metres away Smiley Lad. Out of the straight and up in front Joe Louis by 4 metres to Acacia Lad. He's pulling on the leader's back, and 2 metres the outside Moonee. Every chance for Servance racing, 1 out. Adam Bray is 3 back on the fence. A break of 6 metres to Crafty Lee. Second last Smiley Lad the fence, and up on the outside is Hokum restrained. Halfway down the back once again, and Joe Louis been left alone the first circuit. Acacia Lad on its back is pulling double. A metre the outside Moonee. Hokum from last now is letting loose. He's out 3 wide and going forward. Servance patiently driven, 1 out. Adam Bray back on the fence. Smiley Lad second last, and a metre away Crafty Lee. Before the turn, a circuit to go. Hokum from last now works up within 3 metres of the leader Joe Louis. Acacia Lad's in a nice run third. Moonee fourth after working early, being trailed up by Servance. Adam Bray racing fifth, and 3 back on the fence, being trailed up by Smiley Lad, and a metre the outside is Crafty Lee. Down the straight, a circuit to go. Joe Louis been left alone. He's had a comfortable run by 4 metres to Hokum the outside. A metre back on the fence came Acacia Lad. He's had a nice run, but he has pulled. Moonee fourth. Fifth on the inside is Adam Bray. Servance, he's 3 back on the outside, and no more than 10 metres off the leaders out of the straight the final time. Smiley Lad second last, and 2 metres away Crafty Lee. Along the back the final time, Joe Louis. He's had a nice run by 2 metres to Hokum the outside. Acacia Lad in need of a run third. Moonee fourth. No moves for the moment. Adam Bray on the inside. Working up as Servance. Smiley Lad 1 off the fence, and 3 wide as Crafty Lee. At the 500 though, Joe Louis held together by 2 metres to Hokum the outside. Moonee pulls to the outside 3 wide, so Servance is out 4 wide making ground. Acacia Lad can't get a run. Adam Bray coming 1 off the fence. Smiley Lad wider out, and last is Crafty Lee. They're packing up on the turn though, 250 out. Joe Louis just in front by a neck, being joined by Hokum the outside. Servance out 3 wide. Smiley Lad out 5 wide making ground. Acacia Lad can't get a run. Joe Louis a neck in front. Hokum the outside draws to it, followed by Servance and Smiley Lad the outside. Hokum though goes to the lead near the line from Servance, and on the outside is Smiley Lad, but Hokum just a little bit too good. Hokum scores by 3 metres. Smiley Lad has run second, ahead in front of Servance. Joe Louis close up. Acacia Lad never saw daylight. Then Adam Bray from Moonee, and last in was Crafty Lee.
Hokum at 9 to 4 in the third race, defeating Smiley Lad at 15s, and Servance the 2 to 1 favourite. Race 4 on the card was the third leg of the quadrella, and the favourite at even money was Ida Mac.
Ida Mac, they're going to go without the favourite. He's broken the roan. He's missed it by 30 metres. Spare Child's away quickly with Demon Doon the outside. The popular stablemates are looking for the lead with Demon Doon assuming control. Snappy Chap on the inside works to second. Spare Child third without cover. 4 metres away, Gracefield Lad. I'm Allowed and works up to the 1 out trail, followed by Idle Elmo. In behind them, 6 metres away, back in the field, One Happy Fellow, followed by Rosen Cavalier. And the favourites out the back, tailed off Ida Mac, some 50 metres off the last horse, which is Rosen Cavalier. From the rear now, One Happy Fellow out 3 wide going forward at the lap and a half mark. Demon Doon in front by 6 metres. One Happy Fellow works up on the outside of Snappy Chap. Spare Child now 1 out, and Gracefield Lad 3 back on the fence. I'm Allowed on the outside, followed by Rosen Cavalier, then Idle Elmo, and 35 metres away Ida Mac. Before the turn, a lap and a quarter to go. Demon Dune given a breather in front with the prominent bright red shadow roll in front by a sulky's length to one Happy Fella. 2 metres away, third Snappy Chap. Spare Child is racing one out. 4 metres away, I'm a Loudon, followed by Gracefield Lad. And the last pair are Idle Elmo on the outside of Rosen Cavalier. And 25 metres away, Idomac by the judges, second to go. Inclined to come away from the rail of shade, Demon Dune. He's held together by 4 metres to one Happy Fella. A metre back on the fence is Snappy Chap. Spare Child racing fourth. Fifth on the inside, Gracefield Lad. Then I'm a Loudon having a handy run from Rosen Cavalier, Idle Elmo. And 25 metres away, Idomac. Along the back in the final circuit, Demon Dune in front, inclined to pull by 3 metres to one Happy Fella. He's worked in the run, third placing Snappy Chap, enjoying a nice trail. Every chance for Spare Child fourth. On the rail is Gracefield Lad. I'm a Loudon about to go forward. Then Rosen Cavalier, Idle Elmo, and tailed off as Idomac. At the 500, working off the back, Demon Dune appears to be going okay by 3 metres to one Happy Fella. 2 metres away, third is Snappy Chap, followed by Spare Child about to go. Gracefield Lad back on the fence. I'm a Loudon pulls to the outside now. Rosen Cavalier one off the fence from Idle Elmo and tailed off the favourite Idomac. Around the turn at the 220 though, Demon Dune will straighten up 2 metres in front, and B. Gather swinging on this leader. One Happy Fella's under pressure. Spare Child now goes to the outside, followed by I'm a Loudon. At the 100 though, Demon Dune 4 metres in front. One Happy Fella can't pick him up. Neither can on the outside I'm a Loudon nor Spare Child, but Demon Dune scores comfortably by 6 metres to one Happy Fella. A metre away third, Spare Child just in front of Snappy Chap and I'm a Loudon. Then Gracefield Lad from Rosen Cavalier, Idle Elmo, and tailed off the favourite Idomac after galloping at the start.
Brian Gath taking Demon Dune to quite a comfortable win in the fourth at 2 to 1 from one Happy Fella at 7. Spare Child 8 to 1, and the favourite Idomac was left behind at the start and placed at even money. We'll be back with the remainder of the card from Moonee Valley Harness Racing after this break.
Monday night
It was the AG Hunter Memorial over 2,380 metres. It attracted a very good field. And eventually the smart pacer Game Oro started the favourite at 11 to 4. Your commentator at the Valley is Brian Markovic.
Quite Famous has broken their racing. It's out of its gear, Quite Famous. Missed it by 6 metres. Game Oro, second last on, settling down. A charge for the early lead. Armchair Riders trying to hold out. I'm a Threat on the first turn and will. Trunky Westerner racing out deep early, followed by Adios Moth. In behind them, Pascanel from Gosh and Umbro Gold, Game Oro. And Quite Famous is back at the rear. Armchair Ride retained the lead from I'm a Threat. Around the turn in the first circuit. 4 metres away, third is Adios Moth. And Trunky Westerner racing one out. 4 metres away, Pascanel fifth. Gosh is trailing him, followed by Umbro Gold. Back on the fence, Game Oro, and 6 metres away, Quite Famous. 2 circuits to go. From last now, here's Quite Famous. He peels to the outside, 3 wide. Out of the straight the first time. Armchair Ride in front by 4 metres to I'm a Threat. Adios Moth racing third. Trunky Westerner racing fourth and 1 out. Inclined to shift away there just for a stride. Bumped and touched, Quite Famous. Pascanel back in behind them, followed by Game Oro the rail. As Quite Famous still out 3 wide, goes forward. Second last is Gosh and 6 metres away, Umbro Gold. Along the back of the 1450, they're going quickly. It's Armchair Ride by a metre. Quite Famous the outside, works up to be a clear second. Adios Moth now third. I'm a Threat fourth and 1 out. Back on the fence, Game Oro fifth and 3 pairs back. Trunky Westerner having a handy run. 3 back on the outside, being trailed up by Pascanel. Umbro Gold is second last and 4 metres away, Gosh. They wheel around the turn at the 1150. Armchair Ride, he's been in front from the outset, and they're running some time by 4 metres to Quite Famous the outside. Third placing, Adios Moth. Game Oro badly held up. 3 back on the fence. I'm a Threat fourth and 1 out after working early. Every chance for Trunky Westerner. 3 back on the outside of Umbro Gold. Pascanel second last and 4 metres away. Gosh is back at the tail and about to go forward. At the winning post, a circuit to go in the AG Hunter Memorial. Pascanel from second last goes to the outside. Gosh is now trailing him, and no more than 12 metres had cover the field as they head to the back after the bell. Armchair Ride 2 metres in front. Quite Famous the outside. He's done a power of work. I'm a Threat now held up as Pascanel goes around the outside of him. Adios Moss is third. The leader's back. Game Oro can't get a crack at them. He's racing sixth and 3 back on the paint. Trunky Westerner goes to the outside on the back of Pascanel, and 5 metres to Umbro Gold, and Gosh is back at the tail. At the 500, it's Armchair Ride 2 metres in front. Quite Famous the outsider sticking on. Pascanel 3 wide. Adios Moth is held up, so is I'm a Threat, and so is Game Oro. Then Truckee Westerner, he goes to the outside, 4 wide before the turn. Gosh in the centre and 2 metres away, Umbro Gold. Around the turn of the 250 though, Armchair Ride straightens up 4 metres in front. Quite Famous can't go on. Pasquinel out wide making ground. Adios Moth is getting clear and Game Oro back on the rail. At the 100 though, an Armchair Ride, he raced away. He's 6 metres in front of Adios Moth. Game Oro, Pasquinel, Umbro Gold from the clouds is flying home, but Armchair Ride wins by 4 metres. Game Oro flew home for second. 2 metres away, third was Adios Moth. Umbro Gold out wide made ground. Then I'm a Threat from Truckee Westerner, Pasquinel, Gosh, and last in was Quite Famous.
Yes, Armchair Ride, quite an impressive win at 9-1. Game Oro 11-4 and favourite Adios Moth at 33-1 in race 5. In the 6th event on the card, the favourite here, Kunara Meadow, at 6-4 on.
Caramia Lubatros, How's That Lady was slow to begin. Kunara Meadow away quickly. Good Time Dancer out wide going forward. Spare Bow in the centre. The dark ones back in behind them as Good Time Dancer crosses Kunara Meadow working off the back. Narrow Light back on the fence. In behind them Snowbird from How's That Lady, Super Tinge. And last is Caramia Lubatros. Around the turn in the first circuit, up in front Good Time Dancer. From the favourite Kunara Meadow and Spare Bow on the outside racing third. The dark ones 1 out. Narrow Light 3 back on the fence early. Snowbird racing 3 back on the outside of How's That Lady, followed by Super Tinge last and second last Caramia Lubatros. 2 circuits out in the straight. Good Time Dancer in front by 4 metres to Kunara Meadow. A metre the outside of Spare Bow, third without cover. 1 out is the dark ones, pulling double for the moment, followed by Narrow Light fourth and racing 3 back on the fence. 4 back on the rail is How's That Lady, followed by Snowbird. Second last Caramia Lubatros and 2 metres away Super Tinge. Out of the straight, they've nearly gone the first circuit. At the 1600 metre turn, and Good Time Dancer left alone. It's been an even pace by 4 metres to Spare Bow. Sitting up outside the favourite Kunara Meadow, who's now pocketed. Here's Super Tinge now from second last and last out, 3 wide going forward. The dark ones in the centre, Narrow Light back on the fence. In behind them Snowbird. On the rail is How's That Lady, and 4 metres away Caramia Lubatros. Working off the back at the 1150. Good Time Dancer narrowly in front by a metre to Super Tinge on the outside. Third placing Kunara Meadow, fourth and 1 out of Spare Bow after working early. Narrow Light racing fifth and 3 back on the fence. Still pulling awfully hard as the dark ones in the running line. How's That Lady 4 back on the fence. Snowbird second last and 4 metres away Caramia Lubatros. At the top of the straightest circuit to go, and Good Time Dancer has been left alone. He's been there from the outset by a metre. 2 Super Tinge on the outside. The favourite Kunara Meadows pocketed third. Spare Bow racing fourth on the outside on a loose rein for the moment, followed by Narrow Light back on the fence. The dark ones, he's pulled his head off from the outset. How's That Lady third last from Snowbird, and 5 metres away Caramia Lubatros. Out of the straight at the 750. Good Time Dancer 2 metres in front of Super Tinge on the outside. The favourite Kunara Meadow going half pace in need of a run. Spare Bow on the outside. Snowbird from second last goes to the outside. The dark ones in front of him. Narrow Light back on the fence from How's That Lady, and 3 metres away Caramia Lubatros. At the 450 coming off the back. Good Time Dancer a metre in front of Super Tinge. Kunara Meadow tried to come one off the fence as Spare Bow goes forward the outside. The favourite still can't get a run. Snowbird wider out. Then the dark ones followed by Narrow Light, Caramia Lubatros and How's That Lady. They're packing up around the turn. Just in front Good Time Dancer by a neck. 2 Super Tinge on the outside. Kunara Meadow still can't get a run, followed by Spare Bow and the dark ones. Good Time Dancer just in front of Super Tinge. Kunara Meadow in behind them in need of a run, followed by Spare Bow. But Super Tinge went to the lead with 50 metres to go. From Good Time Dancer, Spare Bow, Kunara Meadow, and Super Tinge has won by 4 metres to Spare Bow. Third placing, Good Time Dancer, maybe a nose to Narrow Light. Kunara Meadow in behind them from How's That Lady to Dark Ones. Second last Snowbird, and last in was Caramia Lubatros.
Fair result for the bookies there. Super Tinge 14-1, Spare Bow at 8s and Narrow Light at 4s, with Kunara Meadow, the favourite, finishing out of a place. In fact, ran 6th at 6-4 on. The Trotters race 7, and the brilliant True Roman was a long odds-on favourite.
True Roman out 3 wide, making up good ground. Lord Alias trailing him, followed by Admiral Air on the inside. Then our Sylvania from Minnesota Fats and Blackwood Mac, and 1 Gala Supreme has been pulled up. 2.20 out on the turn. Leslie Ormond a metre in front. True Roman the outside now joining him and hits the lead. The favourite 4 metres away. Lord Alias chasing home True Roman. At the 100 though, True Roman 2 metres in front of Lord Alias. Leslie Ormond, Admiral Aaron boxing on for the Miners, but a soft win for True Roman. He scores by 4 metres. A dead heat for the Miners. Lord Alias and Admiral Aaron close.
Here's True Roman unextended to win 9-2 on. Admiral Aaron 16s and Lord Alias at 5-1. Well, speaking of long odds on favourites, we had one in race 8, Smooth Falcon at 15-1 on.
Avant-Garde on the back of Smooth Falcon, followed by Drastic Action and Calafila. Around the turn inside the 300 now, just in front Spanish Perfume. Quickly tackled by Smooth Falcon, the outsider, drew a metre in front of Spanish Perfume. Avant-Garde on the outside running a big race out after Smooth Falcon, followed by Cardinal Way. At the top of the straight, Smooth Falcon a metre in front. He can't shake off Avant-Garde clearly. He'll get the upper hand near the line. Smooth Falcon, he'll win narrowly by 3 metres. Avant-Garde lunging on the outside, but Smooth Falcon, oh, he's got home 1.5 metres. Avant-Garde's run a big race into second placing. 8 metres away third. Drastic Action, then Cardinal Way.
Yes, well, you had the pleasure of getting your money back if you back Smooth Falcon at 15-1 on, paying more for the place than the win. Avant-Garde 100s, Drastic Action 33s. Final event on the card, and the favourite here was We're Born at 2-1.
In behind them, Burning Gold, followed by Lost Ambitions, Moonee on Glen, and dropping out is Charisma Star. Around the turn of the 250 though, Blazing Romeo the outside. He got 1 metre in front. We're Born's under a lot of pressure. Hanover Boy third and 6 metres to Cadillac Ranch. Blazing Romeo they got away at the top of the straight by 5 metres. Hanover Boy moves into second placing, followed by We're Born. Blazing Romeo though 2 metres in front. He's hanging on. Hanover Boy lunging the outside. Blazing Romeo's in front, and he's got home by 1.5 metres to Hanover Boy. 4 metres away third. Burning Gold in front of Cadillac Ranch.
Blazing Romeo hanging on in the final event at 9-4 to beat Hanover Boy at 5-1. Burning Gold 25-1, and We're Born, the favourite, unplaced at 2-1. Let's take a check of the doubles last night from Moonee Valley Harness Racing. Daily double on 8 and 1 paid $20.90. The extra double on 6 and 4 paid $7.10. And for the quadrella dividend of $509.55, you needed the numbers 6, 8, 4 and 1. And that's just about all we have time for this morning on World of Sport Replay. World of Sport, as I mentioned before, coming up at 11 o'clock in just a few minutes' time with Sandy Roberts, and all the information in the sporting world with, of course, a look at the golf, the New South Wales Open and the Great White Shark in great form. And then, of course, highlights of the Carriage Cup at 2 o'clock this afternoon, and at 3 we take you live to VFL Park for the second test between Australia and Ireland in the Gaelic Football Series. Have a great day in sport here on Channel 7. Again, my thanks to Opal Male Fashion at Southland, and we look forward to your company next Sunday for more on World of Sport Replay.